Happy Halloween, everyone! Boo! Or should I say, boo! What the... What was that? Leave it to Haim Saban to give us a Halloween special of Power Rangers that's neither scary nor entertaining. The editing in this was terrible, absolutely terrible. I speak of Power Rangers Ninja Steel Episode 16, the Halloween special named Grave Robber. Do we see any grave robbing in this episode? No, none. They play a fucking board game. I was bored watching this entire episode. The episode starts with a kind old lady, or seemingly kind old lady, which looks like a witch, dropping off some priceless artifacts to donate to the school. Who does that? One of the items happens to be the magical evil board game known as Grave Robber, which the principal right away gives to the Rangers because one of them says, "Oh, that looks fun." She says, "Here, it's yours." So as they're getting ready to go trick-or-treating, yes, you heard that right, high school kids, 17-year-olds, supposedly, no less, going trick-or-treating, they decide to sit down and play this board game. Of course, their costumes are ridiculous and very cliched. As they sit down and play this board game, they are basically trapped. Cosmo, and there's a dog barking, I hate it when that happens. Cosmo, the villain from the Galactic Fighting League, the one that's not even supposed to be in the series, the one that's from Tokyojir, and they just brought him in Ninja Steel and changed his face, appears on the crystal ball in the center of the board game, and basically says, "You're all now trapped." They try to get out of their seats. They're glued to their seats for some reason. That's odd. But then when they roll the dice and enter the game, yeah, they have to enter the game by touching the crystal ball after they roll the dice and find out how many spaces they have to move. They end up fighting, obviously, monsters that they've already previously fought. Yeah, we're in episode 16 and we already have basically a recap, a flashback episode, if you will, with footage that was from those episodes where they fought the monsters, but they just didn't use that footage until now because he obviously wanted to cut together some kind of Halloween special piece of crap. Oh boy. Well, as you can imagine, not everything goes as planned. They think they can handle everything when entering the game. But again, which I think is strange, they touch the crystal ball in the middle of it after they roll the dice, and they all get sucked in, but weren't they glued to their seats to begin with? Just a little bit contradictory there. Every time they lose, or at least are deemed losers in Cosmo, the monster's eyes, they get some kind of a disadvantage card where they are handicapped in the next battle. Well, this goes on, obviously, through most of the Rangers. Again, we get a really horrible editing. It's just bad. I can't stress how bad the editing is in this episode. But of course, everything is resolved by the Gold Ranger Levi. He declined to play the board game in the beginning because he said it just wasn't his thing. It was a little childish. He'd rather play his guitar and sing in the middle of the school in which he's not a student of. Makes no sense to me. Shut up, dog. He decides, basically Mick tells him that your friends are more important and you should be spending time with them, even if it's something that you don't like. So he realizes, obviously, he made a bad choice and he wants to go join them play the board game. So he goes to the room where they're playing the board game, tries to open the door, finds out that it's mysteriously or magically sealed, but with a little bit of push and shove and a little bit of excess force, he breaks in. If he could break into the room that was magically sealed that easily, just him, I think the Rangers could have stood up out of their chairs and walked out. But he ends up actually entering the board game somehow, obviously, just by touching the crystal ball, even though he's not part of the game. He enters, he helps them out, they win. That's it. End of episode. The worst Halloween special I've ever seen, especially the worst Halloween special from Power Rangers I've ever seen. Wasn't scary, wasn't entertaining. There was nothing remotely Halloweeny about it other than the fact that they were going trick-or-treating after this was all over. And they did end up going trick-or-treating after it was all over. Again, a group of 17-year-olds and Levi, the Gold Ranger, who's probably in his early 20s. I think you're a little old for trick-or-treating, guys. Anyway, that was episode 16 of Power Rangers Ninja Steel, Grave Robber, the Halloween, so-called Halloween special. I wanted to keep this short and sweet because I am running out of memory on my flash drive, so I am just going to end this right now. I will probably... and once again, I'm sorry that this video was late. I got married 2 Saturdays ago, and this past Saturday I went to the Ohio Ren Fair with family. So I was quite a bit busy because I had family in town. I was just doing things. I was trying to do my own thing, take a little bit of a break. But I'm back now, and you're going to see some more continuous stuff. I've got other videos on the back burner that I need to finish. I need to actually render and actually publish for you guys. But until then, guys, until the next episode of Power Rangers Ninja Steel, this is Rangers Ready Go. My name's Paul. Please like, share, and subscribe. You know the deal. Later.